Greetings everybody, Heath the Ken with Hack Lab. And as you see, we're decked out in winter gear. It's getting cold here in the Northeast, so we're going to do some winter maintenance on the Excursion, and Ken's going to go ahead and walk you through it.
So we have this kit for the horizontal fuel conditioning module. Mine is currently leaking. I'm not sure from where, but I do have a stuck drain plug on mine, and it's broken at the moment, so we can't really get it out and put it back in safely. This is, I believe, an OEM part, Ford part, for a replacement drain plug that has thumb grooves on it. This doesn't fit the replacement though, and I believe it's bigger to fit the original cover, the original manifold that's on there. This is the upgraded one, or the new redesigned one, that it's the only one you can buy anymore. It has the sensor here for water, and then it has this blocked off hole that is actually for a fuel heater. I still have the original cover with the fuel heater, and there was a lot of problems with, I guess, the fuel heater damaging the, I forgot which module, but something ignition related or fuel related. So they went to this setup without the heater, and I believe there's like a pigtail to delete the heater from the harness. But I'm going to try to clean mine up and get this out and maybe use a strain plug if I can, because I would prefer to have the heater, and right now I'm at 200,000 miles with no issues, so I think I'll keep it if I can. That's it. We'll see where we head with it.
Where'd you get that piece?
This is Amazon. I'm not sure who's the seller, but if that makes any sense.
Focus is on.
It is something Chinese, I assume. But if it works out well, we'll put the link in there.
And yes, you see here, this is a rented kit from AutoZone to take off the fuel fittings. I don't know how it looks, so if you want to explain that.
You'll see us use it. You pretty much pick the size that goes on the hard line, and then there's barbs in there that this retracts when it pushes in, and the barbs pretty much clip onto these, I believe. So we'll slide this on, push it up there, it'll release, and then we can pull out the lines. This has nothing to do with what we're doing right now, but this is just the oil drain valve for the drain pan. Eventually we're going to drain oil, hopefully tonight, I'm not sure. So I just got that out here to put on. My current drain plug is like rotten in half.
That's gross.
Yeah. We're either out of focus or there's diesel on the lens. Either way, it looks like, what is it, Cinemax porn? It's like, you know, that softcore look. Anyway, so this tool here, I mean, I guess it works. It worked on the top one. I can't fully be disgusted with it. But on this bottom one, I mean, Ford guys will probably want to roast me, but I had no idea. Well, I had some idea you could just push down here. There's like a colored tab, you could just push it on the top, and that'll release it. This does the same thing internally, I guess, but I just ended up using an Allen key, pushing the top, and then pulling it off, and it came off really easy, versus using this. So this is the diesel that drained out, plus a whole lot more. And that orange stuff you see floating around is water. All the other little bits of stuff is just from the pan, but that orange stuff is the water that's in there. And I've been getting a misfire at idle, so that's probably most of it. I gotta do the filters too, but this is what was in the conditioning module. So this is the old one off. That's the heater. There's actual buildup in there. Not sure. You can see that purple-ish glob, or maroonish glob. There's like some waxy stuff up here. I don't know. It's pretty nasty inside. And that's the other side of my drain plug. So I'm gonna see if I can get it clean with some brake clean and probably change the gasket. We can't use the bolts on the new one, just like you'll see in every Amazon review. They are too short. It looks like it's not short by much, but the bolt actually doesn't thread into the housing by much. So that little bit is actually a lot. So just like everyone keeps saying, the bolts they send are too short. I don't know why they won't just change them, but every review for every aftermarket manifold will say the bolts are too short. Unless you go with some good quality one, I assume. So we're going to clean this up and see if maybe this drain plug can fit on this old one, because it's too big for this replacement one. Maybe that's epoxy and not some buildup. It doesn't seem to be cleaning and it seems really hard, so I guess don't clean that off maybe. This other stuff cleans off. So. Alright. Alright, so there's no actual threads, it's just like one thread in there. And this old plug, I guess, was steel. And it's all rotted away from sitting in water, I guess. So, we're just gonna put the new one in. It doesn't even have to thread in, really. And it feels like a good seal. So I'm going to pull off this old seal. I'm going to keep this just in case anything happens in the future. I mean, it's like $100, I guess. This was something that fell out. We'll figure out where that goes when we get this back together. But I'll probably just use the seal off of that. And should anything happen with this in the future, I have another manifold. Alright. Let's get it back on. Alright, so this is what we had to do to stop it from dripping fuel. Both of the lines coming from the rear had to get stuffed with a piece of speaker wire and a rubber glove because they just drip endlessly. So I'm sure that'll help somebody in the future. We had no idea, and I did look at some of these write-ups, but start plugging lines in now. They should all just snap on.
These are the crazy hand angles I was telling you guys about. It would be useless to try and get camera angles, but I want you guys to know I'm not lying.
Alright, so we are all done. Everything that looks wet, it's because of that last line I put on. It just dripped everywhere. But I'm ready to see how it runs.
Alright everybody, so that does it for the video. As you saw, we did struggle a little bit. You know, the ground was a little cold, and then we went through all the troubles. You guys saw all of that already. But we went through it. It's done. That's winter maintenance. I'll let Ken talk through all the particulars of how he thinks the car is running now.
Alright, so it does seem to be running a lot smoother. It feels a little lighter on the gas pedal, like it actually moves when you step on it. The idle is much smoother. We didn't change the filters this time, but we're probably going to get to them soon. I didn't really want to change them and have like the little bit of rust and stuff that we got out of there. Whatever's loose might be caught in the filter. So I didn't want to change it with new filters right now until we get the system a little filtered.
Yeah, we made a video on changing that particular filter where we showered in diesel that time as well. So you guys could go through and find that. I think it's called Detailed Blue Spring HFCM.
Yeah,
something like that. The one that nobody watched. The video that nobody watched. That's that one right there.
All right. Yeah. So other than that, it's running pretty nice now.
Yeah. Sorry for the cinematography. Like I said, while we were under the excursion, it was hard to work around Ken's arms. Not getting at you, but it was hard to work around his arms and try to get the right angles and stuff. So hopefully some of the verbal explanations that Ken gave you will actually help. If you have any other questions, leave them in the comments. We'll get back to you. But we did our best. But we just wanted to put the information out there because not a lot of people really talk about this particular project. So hopefully it helps somebody.
Anything else?
Nah, I think that's it. So winter's upon us. So you'll definitely see more going on in the garage, and we'll be back soon. Take care.